I can't give it to Stephon Gilmore.
Oh.
I agree with your big picture point. It was the kind of
Is this thing on?
that
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hold on, let me turn my sportscasters down in the back, them educated fools down there at ESPN and Fox. Let's get it. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Kev coming to you live from Kevin's Corner on the Monday after the Super Bowl. Is it the Monday after the Super Bowl? Is it the Monday after the Super Bowl? Is it February 4th? And what happened? Who won the game? Who won the game? My boys won the game. Just like I told you they would. Final score. Patriots 13, Rams 3. I want to get to the Super Bowl, but first. That'll be the next video. This video right here that I want to address are the Colin Kaepernick supporters, the Colin Kaepernick haters, if you would, saying that you shouldn't have watched the Super Bowl last night. They're starting to get to me just a little bit. And they starting to get on my nerves. That last nerve that spin around your booty hole, that nerve, that's the nerve they're getting on right now. It's hard to sit down because they own that nerve. Let me get this right. I follow this comedian on Instagram. Funny dude. Tony Baker. Hilarious. He's been making jokes about boycotting the NFL, how he wasn't watching the Super Bowl, all that stuff. Cool. As soon as the Super Bowl was over, it was 13-3. It wasn't fireworks like it was last year with points all over the place, and the defense is just staying at home. Last night was a defensive struggle. If you don't like defensive football, I can see why you say it was boring. I understand. Cool. So Tony Baker comes on Instagram and says, so I heard, what did he say? So I heard word on the street is y'all little Super Bowl, the most televised game of the year. Y'all little Super Bowl was boring. So I responded, ha, he, jokey. I said, word on the street is the NFL made $10 billion this year. So what good was the protest for Colin Kaepernick? Silly me, went on about my day, didn't think nobody was going to respond to little old me. Didn't think Tony Baker had enough time in his busy day to respond to little old me. And I was right. He didn't respond. But one of his little fans did. Some chick. She responded to my comment saying, yeah, you didn't receive any of it. Did I say I received any of the $10 billion? Did I say I wanted any of the $10 billion? So I responded, have you heard of betting on games in Vegas? Somebody got some money off the NFL this year. Then she responded with the whole, well, the line was this, and you had to bet so much on the Patriots to get this, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know a lot about betting sporting lines. So then that's when I got a little ticked off, and I was like, yo, look here. There are much more important things going on in the black community. Let's stick to the black community. There are much more important things going on in the black community than us worrying about Colin Kaepernick getting back in the NFL. Now, if Colin Kaepernick was homeless, waiting on a bowl of soup somewhere, talking about some, sir, can I have some more? Then I'd be like, okay, man, they need to let Colin Kaepernick back into the NFL. But that ain't the deal. Colin Kaepernick sitting on millions, doing just fine. If he wants to get back in the NFL, cool. If he don't make it back in the NFL, cool. It's okay. But what you're not going to do is sit up here and make fun of people who decided, well, you're not going to make fun of me and take shots at me because I decided to watch the NFL this year. So what? Whether I decide to watch the NFL, whether I don't decide to watch the NFL, that's my business, not yours. I'm not hurting anybody's pockets watching the NFL. I'm not hurting anybody in the black community watching the NFL. I dang sure ain't hurting Colin Kaepernick for watching the NFL. So I had to hit her with a little bit of the truth. I said, you know what? Black folks ain't boycotting McDonald's. McDonald's been killing black folks for years. Slowly killing us. Nobody boycotting that. Nobody boycotting Jordans up there in Chicago. where black men, black youth shooting each other dead in the streets every day over some Jordans since the 90s. Still goes on today. Ain't nobody boycotting Jordans? Huh? Huh? Ain't nobody boycotting weave in the black community? $10 billion spent a year. You sending somebody else's kids to college over some weave? So Jordans, weave, McDonald's, and I think it was Mercedes-Benz was what the black people spend, what the black community spends the most money on each year. And you sitting up here worried about, oh, you wrong for watching the NFL. You should have boycotted for Colin Kaepernick. What? What? And I have this thing. I'll let y'all in on little bit of secrets from Kev. Ever since I was a wee small child. Like I said, I'm an 80s baby, 90s teen. 80s baby, 90s kid, 90s teen. People have been trying to take my joy, my happiness away from me, from what I like to watch on TV for as far back as I can remember. Since elementary school, into high school, junior high, into high school, into the little bit of college that I did, into dating women. You watch that? What? Yeah, I watch it. What's it to you? What's it to you? So what are your guys' thoughts on, here's my thing. If you want to watch the NFL, watch it. If you don't want to watch the NFL, don't watch it. But what you're not going to do is make me feel bad about my choice either way, either direction. If I decide to watch the NFL this year, that's on me. I love football. That's a connection between me and my dad that will never die. Football. That was bonding time with my dad when I was a kid. Now you want me to just cut it off because of Kaepernick? No. And I agree with Kaepernick. I agree with him taking the knee. He didn't hurt nobody taking the knee. But at the same time, brother ain't in the unemployment line. He doing better than everybody else. Sitting up here talking about something. You shouldn't have watched the Super Bowl. You shouldn't have watched the whole NFL season. Why? I need to know the why. Before you run up in my life where you ain't paying my bills, you ain't buying my food, you ain't keeping a roof over my head, but you're going to tell me what I can and can't watch. Boy, stop. Girl, stop. So once I hit her with the weave and McDonald's, that's when she went off. You're deflecting. McDonald's is a choice, and I don't know nothing about weave. McDonald's is a choice? Oh, you mean just like watching the NFL is a choice? Huh? Stupid. So yeah, let me know y'all thoughts on that. Now that I got past that silly part, I'm going to stop this one, load it up, reload, go get me some water, and we're going to come back and we can talk about this Super Bowl, man. Tom Brady's legacy. Should Julian Edelman be the MVP of the Super Bowl? Will the Patriots be back next year? Do y'all think the Super Bowl was boring? All that and more is coming up next on Kevin's Corner. I'll be right back. Love y'all.